Ladies and gentlemen, it's me, it's the ALE double X Prince, and I am here to give you how I would have booked WrestleMania 33. Now, I love what they're doing with WrestleMania 33 now, but there's certain matches I wanted to happen differently, especially when it comes to the Royal Rumble. From the Royal Rumble to now, I would have changed a lot of things, particularly the Royal Rumble winner, just to change up WrestleMania and the feel to it. Now, I didn't think Randy Orton was a good choice until we saw what they did with Bray and Orton. However, I don't think, fuck, how do I explain this, Uh, I feel like there's other matches that I wish I saw at WrestleMania. But, I mean, I'm still happy with what we got. Still be really good. So, with that said, here's how I would have booked WrestleMania. Now, I mentioned, again, Royal Rumble winner should have been different. Yes, Royal Rumble winner should have been different, and I would have chosen The Undertaker to win it. Just because it's the fucking Undertaker. I would not have Roman Reigns come out. I would just have Joe come out or something. But yeah, I wouldn't have Roman Reigns come out at all. But however, like I said, Undertaker wins the Royal Rumble match, and he goes on to headline WrestleMania, and he decides, instead of going for the Universal Championship, he decides to go for the WWE Championship, meaning that leads Undertaker and Cena for the main event of WrestleMania. But that's not it, people. I would do kind of similar stuff that they did with Elimination Chamber and Fastlane. Not everything, just so it gets to the point. But each show, I would have Money in the Bank qualifying matches, just so we have Money in the Bank match come back to WrestleMania. That's the proper way to put mid-carders at WrestleMania, not fucking Under the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. At least with a Money in the Bank match, you can get some real cool shit. And I would have 8-man be in the Money in the Bank match. So there's that. Elimination Chamber, I would keep the same Elimination Chamber the exact same way. Just change the winner of the match. John Cena definitely should go over. And I'll just explain the story of how this is going to go down. So for the pre-show, I have 3 matches for the pre-show. One is going to be both tag team matches I've had. Give me a second. Let me set up everything for it right now. But yeah, the first match I will have American Alpha versus the Uso in the pre-show match. Usos WrestleMania, the hashtag was working well. I would have American Alpha walk in as champions. I'm fine with Usos walking in as champions, but I would basically have a really good match, and I actually would have American Alpha go over simply for the fact because some stuff I have planned. I'll talk about more about stuff I have planned after WrestleMania. So yeah. And also another kickoff match I have is the Club. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus Enzo and Cass. I will have Enzo and Cass win, of course, because it's Enzo and Cass. I like them over Gallows and Anderson, so yeah, especially now compared to what the fuck they did to them. And then again, I would have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal be in the pre-show. I would actually have this thing at WrestleMania. 1 year is in the pre-show, 1 year it's not, so it just goes back and forth. I think that would be a perfect way to be like, oh shit, maybe the Battle Royal could get better. And who would I have win the Battle Royal? Someone who definitely deserves it. Someone who's not on the WrestleMania card. Someone who is just kind of chilling. Someone surprising. And definitely not a guy from NXT, because bringing some guy from NXT is kind of hard. So sorry, I didn't choose Shinsuke Nakamura, and sorry I didn't choose Finn Balor. Plus, it's in the pre-show, so I'm pretty sure you want to save a big return until maybe the Battle Royal happens to be on the main card. So because it's not, I chose the Brian Kendrick to win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. The man with a plan. I think this is brilliant, and it could definitely elevate the Cruiserweight division down the road. We definitely need a strong person to win the Battle Royal, so why not have the Brian Kendrick win it? just showing that the cruiserweight division is not just all about jokes and shit. We actually if we actually want a legit cruiserweight division, I think this is the perfect way. Have the Bryan Kendrick to win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Plus, he will be the biggest star in the cruiserweight division, maybe even more than the cruiserweight champion itself. But then we move on to the main card, and I would actually kick off Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin in a street fight. I would have this match go all the way. Basically, what I mean by this, remember when Luke Harper and Dean Ambrose had a Chicago street fight at Extreme Rules 2015, and they end up leaving, and then they come back and have a match? I would have a similar stuff like that. The only difference with this one, I actually have scenarios somewhere in Orlando of them brawling, just kind of showing, just being kind of like what's this? Fuck. Let me like kind of, just kind of like, it reminds me of Roddy Piper vs. Gold, just kind of like that. We could have some moments like that, and then somewhere in the show they come back, and I would actually have. I know a lot of people are gonna hate what I'm about to say, but I would actually have Dean Ambrose go over. Yes, I like Baron Corbin. Yes, he will be a Intercontinental Champion someday, maybe a WWE World Champion someday, but I would have Dean Ambrose win it simply for the fact that I think Dean Ambrose, if you really want to go all the way with this guy, I think it's better if he wins, because Dean Ambrose is a guy that they like tried so hard with, and they failed. And honestly, the Intercontinental Championship is the only thing he's got. So I would have him have his WrestleMania moment. And I'm not saying I'm burying Baron Corbin. I know a lot of people are gonna think that, but I'm pretty sure Baron Corbin is not screwed up yet. At least he had at least a strong match with Dean Ambrose, just to prove that he could hang on with the big guys, the top guys. So that'll be really perfect. And don't worry, Baron Corbin could win the Intercontinental Championship somewhere this year. Then I will have Neville versus Austin Aries. Basically keep the same match that they have planned. I don't know who's gonna win, actually, for reals, but like, if I were to choose, I would actually choose Neville to win, because Austin Aries is such a like popular character that I feel like they could wait with that guy. They could wait with Austin Aries being the Cruiserweight Champion, maybe feud with Bryan Kendrick later down the road, and then like, I feel like Neville shouldn't lose the Cruiserweight Championship that fast because he's doing such an amazing job. I think just wait until he actually, like, we develop a legit, like, new name, just so, like, the Cruiserweight division feels very important. Plus, it elevates Neville because he's been complaining that the WWE wasn't using him right, and this could be the perfect way to use him right if you keep the Cruiserweight Championship on him for just a little bit more time. You know, give the championship to Akira Tozawa, Grand Metalik. If Kota Ibushi comes back, definitely that guy. There's rumors of Rey Mysterio coming back. Actually, hold off on Rey Mysterio. I don't think Rey Mysterio should take the championship away from him. Yeah, like I said, bring a new star, Akira Tozawa, Cedric Alexander. How the fuck did I forget that name? He has a great story. If Cedric Alexander beats Neville, that would be a really great story. Because think about it, he had an amazing match with Kota Ibushi that he lost, and that's what got him contracted with the WWE. I think that would be brilliant. Have Cedric Alexander beat Neville down the road, maybe at SummerSlam, or hell, maybe next year's WrestleMania. Who knows? And then I mentioned that there was going to be a Money in a Bank match, and I will have qualifying matches at each individual pay-per-view. So I decided to choose 4 guys from Raw and 4 guys from SmackDown. First of all, Sheamus and Cesaro split up around this time. So, and basically, since we never got a legit who's the winner of the Best of 7 series, I would have them have a match at Fastlane. Winner qualifies to Money in the Bank, and obviously I would have Cesaro win. Another guy I would... on other guys that I will have qualifying the match is Sami Zayn, Samoa Joe, and Braun Strowman. So from Raw, we got Sami Zayn, Samoa Joe, Cesaro, Braun Strowman. From SmackDown, I got Dolph Ziggler, who injured Apollo Crews, that's why he's not in it, Kalisto, Bray Wyatt, and Randy Orton. And around this time, Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, at this point, they're really good friends. But this is the spot where they split up. This match is where they split up. They don't win. Neither of these two guys win. but they split up after this, and they basically just go their separate ways afterwards. I would have Samoa Joe be like the. First of all, you have so many legit talents here that could possibly win it. You got Sami Zayn, Samoa Joe, Cesaro, Braun Strowman, uh, freaking Dolph Ziggler has a potential winning, Bray and Orton, but I already mentioned they weren't gonna win. Kalisto's probably the only one that doesn't look like he would win in this match, but everybody else looks like they have a legit chance of winning. And I would also play the story of Braun Strowman versus Sami Zayn. That story, that maybe bring back that story, as well as like Samoa Joe and Sami Zayn are currently feuding in this match. So also I would have like, and plus since Samoa Joe injured Seth Rollins, I would have like Samoa Joe climb the ladder, and then Seth Rollins comes out of nowhere and costs Samoa Joe a chance to win. So making Samoa Joe look strong instead of like burying him, you can continue the story on with that. And then who would I have win the Money in the Bank match? Sami Zayn. I would easily have Sami Zayn win. I think he deserves it. This could be his year. Maybe down the year I would have like a story where Samoa Joe becomes a champion, and then Sami Zayn steals the championship from him, and then maybe like build a big story after that. And then Sami Zayn could be like the underdog champion, kind of like he was in NXT and shit. So definitely have Sami Zayn be the Money in the Bank winner. I think he deserves it more. Samoa Joe, you got plenty of stuff to do with him. Braun Strowman, it's hard for him to climb ladders. Actually, I would have this story of like, Samoa Joe versus Braun Strowman just kind of brawling two big men. Also, Bray Wyatt's there in the match, so there's a story where you can control him. So there's many things you could do with this particular Money in the Bank match, and it just irritating that they didn't bring back Money in the Bank. Next match, it'll be Alexa Bliss versus Mickie James for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I think this is the most deserving match out of all of them. Why the fuck would you like do that bullshit of freaking just have all the SmackDown women in there? I know they might bring back Kelly or Emma or maybe even Summer Rae, but I think Mickie James versus Alexa Bliss is the right story to go on with. And obviously I would have Alexa Bliss win because she's the more younger talent and the most deserving talent. And I would have like maybe like an Emma or a Summer Rae to steal the victory. Maybe not Summer Rae, but definitely an Emma. Next match for the United States Championship, I will have Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens. Keep the exact same feud you're keeping. That is so fucking smart what they did with them. So yeah, I would have this match stay the exact same way. To basically keep the story just going real good. I think that's the perfect way to do it. And obviously I would have Kevin Owens go over because I hear Jericho's leaving to do Fozzy. Next match. Excuse me. I will have an interpromotional match. Now, for those of you who do not know what that is, it's basically a Raw guy versus a SmackDown guy. So, the story here would be AJ Styles basically says that he should be in the main event of WrestleMania. He made 2016 his year, so he definitely deserves to be in the WrestleMania spot. I did everything in 2016 except beat one guy, and that is Roman Reigns. At Fastlane, I would have a Money in the Bank qualifying match between Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns. AJ Styles is in the crowd, so he cost Roman Reigns a chance to win. And Braun Strowman qualifies for the Money in the Bank match. Basically, you keep that. And then AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns set up for WrestleMania. And this could be like, oh shit, can AJ Styles beat Roman Reigns, the guy who main evented Mania last year? Because this is the perfect way. Two guys that WWE really want to push. One they really like, one they really dislike. And I'll basically have the story there. And who would I have over winning? Well, let me explain what will happen during the match. I will make it look like Roman Reigns is about to win. The lights go out. First of all, I don't know if it's going to be open doors or outdoors. I'm probably going to be outdoors because it's in Miami, Florida. Or not Miami, Orlando, Florida. I remember they did it outside for Mania 24. So I don't know how they could pull this off, but I'll basically have Roman Reigns like, the lights go out somehow, and then Finn Balor's in the ring. I'll have Finn Balor be in the ring. Demon Finn Balor, don't get me wrong. He just looks at Roman Reigns. he doesn't do anything. He just kind of has a stare down, and then AJ Styles hits the what's the not the Styles Clash, the Phenomenal Forearm, and then he hits the Styles Clash, and then that's how he beats Roman Reigns. And then this could set up a perfect feud for the Balor Club versus the Shield down the road. Just saying, this could be brilliant. And AJ Styles, even though he didn't lose clean, even though he didn't win clean, there's still that story of like, oh shit, has AJ Styles become that heel? And then basically AJ Styles maybe on SmackDown be like, I'm not some coward little bitch. And I'll explain more about what he'll do after WrestleMania when I get to the main event. So, next match, I would have Shane McMahon versus The Miz with Daniel Bryan's GM role on the line. I will have because Daniel Bryan always wants to spend time with Brie Bella, why not have Miz go over? He's the most popular heel. He's a more heel than AJ Styles. It's a fact. I'll have Miz beat Shane McMahon by cheating, of course, because that's The Miz. And then Daniel Bryan's out of television until maybe if he wants to come back for a match, this could be the perfect way to bring him back. But yeah, have Shane lose to The Miz, and then it's like what's gonna happen on SmackDown now, So yeah, there could be that storyline, and it's a really great way to put over The Miz, and it could be a really good match. Shane McMahon versus The Miz, not that bad. Next match, for the Raw Women's Championship, I would have Bayley versus Sasha Banks. And I would have the story of like Charlotte saying, I don't want to, I deserve to be in WrestleMania, and Stephanie McMahon makes her the special guest referee for this match, so she can choose whether she wants Bayley or Sasha Banks as an opponent down the road. Whenever she wants, because she has a guaranteed rematch against either one, because of course she was cost a chance against Bayley at Fastlane, so her pay-per-view streak was fucked over. So I could play that story. So Sasha Banks versus Bayley, and I will have Sasha Banks go over. Actually, I will have kind of a Montreal Screwjob finish. I know people hate that, but I'll have like Sasha Banks basically have the crossface on Bayley, and then Charlotte rings the bell but Bayley didn't tap out, meaning she never lost to Sasha Banks. So keep that story going. So then down the road, if Bayley beats Sasha Banks, it'll be really good. Plus, this is the proper way to turn Sasha Banks heel. Is the best way to turn Sasha Banks heel. And then this is also a proper way to turn Dana Brooke a face, because Charlotte gets rid of Dana Brooke down the road, and then Dana Brooke could have this story like, oh yeah, you betray me, but you kept your worst enemy, and so they could play that story off, and this could be the perfect way to turn Dana Brooke a face. Plus, this could be another way to bring back Emma, because after all, Dana Brooke and Emma are good friends in NXT, so this could be another perfect way to set that feud up. And then down the road, maybe have Bayley win at SummerSlam. Now for the other matches, the last three matches are pretty simple. By the way, I will have a New Day segment somewhere around here, so there will be that. But for the Universal Championship, I will have Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. Keep the exact same feud. It's brilliant. Just keep that the same. I would just have this match go at least 10 minutes. I heard it's going to be a long match. Brock Lesnar mentioned that there will be blood in this match, so if that's true, I'm really excited for this match. Keep the match really good. The same feud that you're having right now, it's brilliant. Just keep that. And I have Brock Lesnar and Goldberg just have a brawl, and then have Brock Lesnar go over because he deserves to be Goldberg. Unless if Goldberg plans on staying full time, I would have Goldberg win, but no, I want Brock Lesnar to win. Sorry. And plus, I heard down the road they're gonna do Brock and Roman Reigns at Mania 34, so there's that. Then, like I said, have a New Day segment around here, and then I will have an unsanctioned match. Triple H, Seth Rollins. Have Seth Rollins go over. I don't want a single interference in this match. No Samoa Joe, no Sami Zayn, no help. Just them two going at it one and all. Maybe have Stephanie like try to like attack her, but like Seth Rollins, maybe that's it. But aside from that, just keep the match how it's go. The fact that the story is really well done and probably the most hyped match of the whole card. Maybe this could definitely be like the co-main event for WrestleMania. And I will have Seth Rollins go over and finally have a WrestleMania moment that did not involve him cashing in. So yeah, I think that would be great. And plus, Triple H is already put over many. If he could put over Roman Reigns, he could put over Seth fucking Rollins. I don't give a shit. And then and the main event, I will have John Cena, Undertaker, WWE Championship. And I heard this is gonna be Taker's last match, so why not go all out at it? Basically, I'll have the story be Undertaker saying, this is going to be my last match. I won the Royal Rumble, and I definitely want to retire as the WWE Champion. John Cena says, what's the point of giving you the WWE Championship if you're just gonna retire anyways? Yes, I'm leaving. I'm leaving after Mania, but at least I'll be back. And then have this story of like Undertaker and Cena winning. And I will have John Cena go over. I had to think about who I would have go over. And I think it's safe to say that John Cena could go over. Because this is the only way we could officially say that John Cena turned heel. Because they've been building a heel turn for John Cena. And this could be the best way to have John Cena turn heel. By beating The Undertaker. Him leaving and coming back maybe a month later. And then like a top guy could like beat him for the championship. Maybe... I don't know about AJ Styles beating him just yet. Maybe Bray Wyatt or Randy. Nah, not Randy. I don't want to see Orton Cena. Maybe Bray Wyatt could take over. I don't know. Just based on what they do with the draft. Hell, The Miz could take the championship away from him. I don't give a shit. They could get somebody to take the championship away from him. If Daniel Bryan does plan to come in full time, that could be another great match. Actually, if Daniel Bryan were to come back, that's the proper guy to beat him for. You know, they could do so many stuff, and then like, yeah, again, if you turn AJ Styles face, maybe find that you could do that story of AJ Styles finally getting his rematch. No, there's many stuff you could do with this. Also, I forgot to mention tag team division. The reason why I have both matches on the kickoff, basically, so when the revival comes back when the revival comes that night after Mania for SmackDown, basically saying like, wow, the tag team division is so crappy that, you couldn't even have one tag match in the main card. You have to have both of them in the kickoff. So I decided we were going to go after American Alpha. I was thinking of putting them against Enzo and Cass, but I think against American Alpha would be a much better match. So there's that. And yeah, basically that's how I would end. That's how I would have booked WrestleMania 33. I hope what you guys agree with. I hope you guys like that card. I like the card that we have now, but personally this is what I would have done. So there's that story. And yeah, it's me, the AO Lee Double X Prince. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And until then.